Hey everyone, welcome back to Easy English Chats. I'm Paul.
And I'm Eva. This is the podcast where we have simple, natural conversations in English, perfect for anyone who is learning the language and wants to practice their listening.
Yeah, we just chat about everyday topics, things that come up in real life, so you can hear how people actually speak in English, not just textbook English.
Exactly. And today's topic is something we actually do every single day, getting around San Francisco.
Oh yeah, this is a fun one because Eva and I do this very differently.
Very differently. I drive. I have a car. And Paul...
I do not have a car. I take public transport, I cycle, I walk, I take Uber sometimes, but no car.
So we have two completely different experiences of the same city. I think this will be really interesting. Okay, Paul, let's start with you. Tell me, what does a typical day look like for you in terms of getting around?
Okay, so on a normal day, I mostly use BART. That's the metro system here in San Francisco. It stands for Bay Area Rapid Transit. It's like the underground train, but it also goes above ground in some places.
Mm-hmm.
And then for shorter trips inside the city, I usually take the bus or I just walk. I walk a lot, actually. San Francisco is quite walkable in many areas.
Yeah, it can be, depending on the neighborhood.
Exactly. And then sometimes, if the weather is nice and I'm not in a hurry, I cycle. I love cycling around the city.
Oh, nice. Do you have your own bike?
I do, yeah. I have a regular bike that I use for longer rides, but sometimes I also use the bike share. You know, the rental bikes you can pick up and drop off at different points around the city.
Oh, right, like lift bikes.
Yeah, exactly. Those are really convenient for short trips. You just use an app on your phone, unlock the bike, ride it, and then leave it at a station near where you're going.
That's pretty cool. I always see those around, but I've never tried them.
Really? You should. They're great. Anyway, and then if it's late at night or the weather's bad or I'm carrying a lot of stuff, I'll just get an Uber or a Lyft.
Okay, so you have a lot of options. You really mix it up.
Yeah, I mix it up. It depends on where I'm going and what I'm doing. What about you? How would you describe your typical day?
Well, my answer is just car. Always the car. I get in, I drive, I arrive. That's it.
Very efficient.
I mean, I love my car. I feel so free when I'm driving. I can go wherever I want, whenever I want. I don't have to check a timetable or wait for a bus.
Right, yeah. That's the big advantage, isn't it? The freedom.
Totally. And I can listen to my music or a podcast and just enjoy the drive. It's my own little space, you know?
Okay, but I have to ask, what about parking? Because parking in San Francisco is not easy.
Oh my goodness. Okay, yes, parking is a nightmare. I won't lie about that.
Tell me about it.
It's so stressful sometimes, especially in busy areas like the Mission District or near downtown. You can drive around for like 20 minutes just looking for a space.
20 minutes?
Sometimes more. And then when you finally find a spot, you have to read all these signs, like you can park here, but not on Tuesdays between 8 and 10 in the morning or whatever. And it is so confusing.
Yeah, the parking signs here are honestly a language of their own.
They really are. And then sometimes you get a parking ticket, and that is not cheap.
Yeah, I do not miss that. That's actually one big reason I don't have a car. It's expensive. There's car payments, insurance, gas, parking fees.
Okay, I get it.
I'm just saying it all adds up. I probably spend maybe $80 or $100 a month on transport. BART, buses, the occasional Uber. That's it.
That is pretty reasonable for San Francisco, honestly.
Yeah, and honestly, a lot of the time, taking BART is actually faster than driving. Like, if I'm going downtown, the train is way quicker than sitting in traffic.
That's a good point. Traffic here can be really bad, especially during rush hour.
Exactly. Rush hour is brutal, like 7 to 9 in the morning, and then again from about 4 to 7 in the evening. Does it stress you out sitting in traffic?
Honestly, sometimes yes, especially if I'm running late, but I've kind of accepted it as part of living here. I put on a good podcast and just breathe.
That's very zen of you.
I try. What about you? Does public transport ever stress you out?
Oh, yeah, for sure. BART can get really crowded during rush hour. Like, sometimes the train is so full that people can't even get on. You just have to wait for the next one.
Ugh, that sounds frustrating.
Yeah, and sometimes there are delays. The train is just late and there's nothing you can do. You're just standing on the platform, looking at your phone, waiting.
That would drive me crazy. No pun intended.
Huh, nice one. Yeah, it's annoying sometimes, but honestly, BART is pretty reliable most of the time. I've never really missed something important because of a delay.
That's good to know. Hey, do you have any funny stories from public transport? I feel like interesting things must happen.
Oh, so many. Okay, so one time I was on BART and this guy got on carrying a full-size keyboard, like a piano keyboard, and he just set it up and started playing it right there on the train.
No way!
Yes, and he was actually really good. People started clapping. It was one of those classic San Francisco moments. You can't plan that stuff.
That's amazing. I love that. That would absolutely never happen in my car.
Exactly. That's the thing about public transport. You have these random, unexpected moments. You meet interesting people. You see the cities in a different way. You feel connected to everything that's going on around you.
That's actually a really beautiful way to put it. I'm a tiny bit jealous, honestly.
Well, speaking of jealous, do you ever think about giving up the car or even just using it less?
Honestly, sometimes I think about it. Like, I know it would be cheaper and probably better for the environment too.
That's true.
But I just really love the convenience. Like last weekend, I wanted to drive up to Marin, that's just across the Golden Gate Bridge, and I just got in my car and went. You can't really do that easily with public transport.
Yeah, that's totally true. For day trips out of the city, a car is so much better. I usually have to rent one or share a ride for things like that. It gets expensive.
Right, and honestly, that's kind of where the car pays for itself for me, those spontaneous trips. But wait, did you always not have a car since you moved here?
Yeah, pretty much. I moved here without a car and I just adapted. Figured out BART, learned the bus routes. After a while, it just becomes normal. You stop thinking about it.
That's so funny because when I first moved here, I also didn't have a car for about a year. I used BART and the buses.
Oh, really? I didn't know that.
Yeah, and it was fine, honestly. But then I got the car and I was like, okay, I am never going back.
Huh, I get that. Once you have that kind of convenience, it's really hard to give it up.
Exactly. What about you? Do you ever feel like you're missing out by not having a car?
Sometimes, yeah. Like when I want to go somewhere that's hard to reach by public transport, or when it's cold and rainy and I'm standing at a bus stop thinking, why don't I have a car?
Oh no, the rainy bus stop. That is a very sad image.
It really is. Very dramatic, very lonely. But honestly, most of the time, I'm happy without one. I also feel like it keeps me more active. All the walking and cycling adds up.
That's so true. You probably get way more exercise than me just from your daily commute.
I mean, probably, yeah. You could always park far away and walk the rest.
Huh, maybe I'll try that. Very, very slowly. Okay, so before we wrap up, if you had to give one tip to someone who is new to San Francisco, what would you say about getting around?
Oh, good question. I'd say download the BART app and the Muni app. Muni is the bus and tram system. And just learn your local routes first. Once you know a few key routes, the whole city opens up. And don't be afraid to walk. San Francisco is really beautiful on foot.
That's great advice. And mine would be, if you do drive, learn the parking rules before anything else. Seriously, read every sign carefully. Your wallet will thank you.
Yes, very practical advice. Okay, I think that is a perfect place to wrap up today's episode. It's so interesting. We live in the same city, but our experiences are so different just because of how we get around.
Totally. And I think the big lesson is there's no perfect way to travel around a city. Everything has its pros and its cons. Whether you drive, take the train, cycle, or walk, it all depends on your lifestyle and what works for you.
Well said. A huge thank you to everyone who listened today. We really hope you enjoyed the conversation and that it helped you practice your English in a natural, everyday way. We'll be back next episode with another easy, everyday chat. Until then, keep practicing, keep listening, and don't forget to enjoy the journey, literally.
If you heard any words or phrases you didn't understand, that's totally okay. Just listen again. Listening more than once is one of the best ways to improve your English. Take care, everyone. Bye.
Bye.